Everyone loves a fresh tattoo. The colors are vibrant, the lines are crisp. It's perfect for an Instagram picture. But as a pro with over 11 years in the game, I have to tell you something. Your body is like a slow motion liquid. In 10 years, the skin is going to change, and the tattoos that you see today are not necessarily going to look the same. And a lot of designs that are made are not designed to last that long or to survive that change. Today, we're going to go a little bit beyond the surface and explain the science behind the spread, why fine line tattoos are a gamble, and 3 design rules that you need to follow if you want your tattoos to look good when you're 60. If you're planning a large scale piece or even your first one, this is the most important video, or rather, the most important 10 minutes you're ever going to spend. Let's talk about what happens under the hood. When I put ink into your dermis, your body immediately starts to try and wash it out. Your immune system immediately starts to try and eat it. Your white blood cells are constantly trying to take that ink away and get rid of it through all your normal ways of getting waste out of your system without getting too graphic. But then, unfortunately, they can't really engulf the larger ink particles, so they start eating away at the smaller ones. This is called migration. And over a decade, every single line you see is going to go thicker by at least 20 to 30%. So if your artist packs 5 small lines within the space of like a centimeter, over time, those lines will eventually touch. And that's how you end up with a blob. That's why I always say you need to design for the spread, not for the day. You need negative space and you need that tattoo to breathe. Or rather, you need skin, open skin for the tattoo to breathe. If there isn't enough open skin today, then in 10 years, there will be no art left. Okay, that's a bit of an overly generalized, harsh statement, but I hope you get the point. I get a lot of requests, and I also do a lot of fine line tattoos because they look elegant and classy. Minimalist is all the rage these days, especially on Pinterest and Instagram, and they do look amazing for the first couple of years. But the problem is that thin lines have the least amount of pigment. So as your body goes through its natural cell turnover on your skin, that pigment is going to fade a lot faster than, let's say, a bold line. That's why traditional tattoos, the ones with the big, thick, bold lines, it lasts for decades. Bold will hold is not just a statement or just a catchy phrase, it's a law of physics. I'm not saying that you can't get fine line tattoos. I'm just trying to help you understand that there's a maintenance tax. You may need to be back in the chair in 2 to 3 years for a touch up. And if you're not necessarily ready for that type of commitment, then you might want to rethink the decision, or rather, rethink the style of tattoo that you want to get. But your biggest enemy isn't just a bad tattoo artist, it's actually the sun and its UV rays. Because those UV rays are like a laser removal process that is occurring in slow motion. They break down the ink particles into smaller ones so that your white blood cells can actually eventually start washing them away as well. This is why you might even end up noticing that tattoos on the forearms look a lot more aged than tattoos that are covered up, let's say on your ribs or like on your back, like areas that are not always exposed to the sun. So if you're going to spend a ridiculous amount of money on a sleeve, and let's say you spend 30K on a sleeve, and then you are not willing to spend a little bit on decent sunscreen, it's like you're just throwing money down the drain. And well, it's not just the sun as well, it's also the skin elasticity, like from my placement guide video. If you haven't watched it, you might want to have a look at that as well. Areas that stretch and move constantly, like elbows or knees, they tend to lose pigment a lot faster than any other part of the body. So if you're looking for longevity, You want to look for stable and solid real estate on your body, or at least understand the nature of all the real estate around your body so you have and can make better decisions so that you have tattoos that you're going to love. So when I consult with my clients, I'm not looking at just what the tattoo is going to look like now. I'm thinking 20 years down the line and not just the next 20 minutes. I'm using everything that I've learned over the past decade to build better workflows and more like aesthetically pleasing designs. I want people to understand that a tattoo is an investment into your future self. You won't buy a house without checking its foundation. So don't put art on your body without checking the ink's foundation. You can visit www.alicetattoos.com and go through the placement guides and start looking at your next tattoo as a lifetime journey. Drop a comment below if you have a tattoo that has started to blur. Tell me where it is and how big it is. How long have you had it? I would be really interested to find out. My name is Washington. Thanks for watching, and let's make art that lasts.